Hi everybody, I'm going to try recording a class because I am not in my comfort zone in this, and I think most of you know I'm not great at standing up in front of people, but even being in front of a camera is worse probably. So this class is called Beyond the Basics, and just to review really quickly, the basics, we went over the three cool things about the oils, which is that they are 100% natural and pure, and they can be checked from where they are harvested to when they get to you. It's called CPTG. And there's a little number on the bottom of your bottle of the single oils, and you can check that through a website to see where your oils came from. And a lot of companies cannot guarantee those kind of conditions to show that there aren't any adulteration or additives added to your oils. The second thing is they're more effective than a lot of medications because they are able to go across the cell barriers that protect your cells because they are oils. Like if you get a virus, most times your doctor can't tell you anything to do except to go home, rest, and get some fluids. And so the oils can be very supportive that way. So you just need to explore which ones you might need and go from there. The third thing is a lot of times it's cheaper than medical care. I haven't been to the doctor other than for a well checkup for a year. And I attribute that to the oils and supplements that I'm taking and taking care of myself. So a bottle usually has 250 drops in it. And a lot of times they're less than 20 cents a drop. To go to the doctor, you would need to pay for gas, pay sometimes for the doctor's visit, and also maybe for a prescription. So it can be a lot less costly for you. And the other thing that we went over in the basic class is that there's three ways that you can take the oils. Aromatically, you're going to just smell the bottle or drop a couple drops in your hand and then just rub them together. Take a few deep breaths, and that's going to go straight to your brain and tell your body to do whatever it needs to do, to relax, to get some energy, anything like that. The other way is to use it topically, and you can apply it a couple of drops in your hand, use some carrier oil, and then rub it on your neck, on your feet, over your heart, on your pulse points, and that's going to get to your bloodstream and get into your body as quickly as possible. The other way is internally, and you can drop some of the citrus in your water and drink that throughout the day. Lemon, orange are all my favorites. Peppermint you can do. It helps to invigorate you. It's a little strong for me, so I just smell that one. But you can certainly take it. The way you can tell is you look on the bottle and it's going to say supplement on it. If it doesn't say supplement, then do not take it internally. The other way you can take it internally is to put it into a gel cap and with some carrier oil and swallow that down, and it gets into your stomach and intestines and then releases. And it's very effective that way as well. There are also caplets, and so you can take different supplements that way that have essential oils in it as well. So I know some of you have been enrolled for a while, and but there's others that just enrolled recently and aren't very familiar with the oils. I just want to encourage you to make sure that you're opening up your bottles and trying them, either using them with the diffuser or applying them to your body. See how they work, how they affect you. I know I'm always learning something new each and almost every day. I was skeptical before I started using oils about 8 years ago. And I learned from my sister-in-law about my brother taking some on his feet for cholesterol, and I thought, well, I can do that. So I started using them that way, and then I started exploring different ways that they might support me, and have been going at it ever since. Never thought I'd want to share with others, but here I am. And I've seen how it's affected me and my husband and my daughter, and I can't not share that. It's in my nature. I want to help people. I'm a nurse, and so I feel that it's important to share information that can be helpful, and this is something that's really good for the body. I love to hear testimonies, so I'm actually kind of missing that right now because of this wonderful life that we're living with COVID-19. So I would love to hear your questions, your comments from the what you think about this. Any questions you have, just to keep me busy. I do need to reach out to you more. I've been really busy, or we have been really busy with a flip house, and hopefully that'll be ending soon. We're all getting very tired. But we're trying to adapt to these times, and so that's why I am doing this class online. But my team is also doing a series of classes, and you are all invited to do that are enrolled through doTERRA. There's an 8-week course. You don't have to be there every week, and there are actually 3 days that you can watch each video. They're on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. and they're all on different topics, and they've all been fabulous so far. They are the girls that are above me. I'm not quite ready for that. But they've really been sharing some great information. If you're there on Thursday evenings, they have a chat box, and a lot of people share what they've learned from the oils that they're talking about, whether they like them, how they use them, and stuff like that, which is all great information. And sometimes share different usages than what they're talking about. So it helps you to get more information for yourself. Once you've completed all the 8 different classes, and it doesn't have to be in order, you'll win a diffuser. So if you can't be there on Thursday nights, well, first of all, just let me know if you want to join us. And then on Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday, you can view the review video, and then just let me know 3 things that you learned from it. And I'll mark you down as having viewed the class. And once you get the 8 done, you win the free diffuser. So just let me know. So hopefully you guys are using your oils that you've purchased. That's the most important thing to do. I encourage you to try them different ways, different times of the day, see how they work with your body and how they can support you. I'm still learning each and every day. If you have any issues that you really want to address, just let me know and I will help you look things up. I gave each one of you a little booklet when you enrolled with me. I use the Essential Life primarily for my references, but I do have several other things and a whole team that are willing to help get some information if I can't find that. So we can look at what you're interested in, see what you might already have that could be supportive for that, or also look to see what you might want to order in the future. Usually, I encourage you to start out with what you have and see how that supports you, and then try something new. So I'm going to go over about 10 different items that are not in the basic oil kit that I use each and every day. And again, I've been doing this for about 8 years, so I didn't buy all this at once. So don't expect that you're going to either. But there's different things that you need to consider. I hope that you'll consider, and I know that some of you already have. So the first thing that I'm going to start out with is the Lifelong Vitality Vitamins. It is the #1 seller for doTERRA, and that's because it works. I take them almost every day. I don't take a full dose, full disclosure. I find it a little too strong for me to take a full dose. I take about half, and I don't notice it when I take it. I actually notice it when I don't take it. If I get busy and I don't have time to grab the breakfast that I usually eat and sit down at the table, I may forget to take them. So if I do that for a couple of days, I start feeling pretty achy and pretty tired and run down. And so I realize that I have not taken my vitamins, and so I need to get back to it. So I keep them in a little box. I have about 6 or 7 days worth of vitamins, and then I have a few gel caps, and then some of the other supplements that they have, like the Copaiba, the Deep Blue, Serenity, and Digestin. So I take those, try to take those every day, and I feel, with this house, I am able to keep going with my daughter and her husband, and I am tired, but I think for 62 years old, I'm doing pretty good. The second thing I wanted to show you is the shampoo, and I use that exclusively now. It's got all the natural ingredients, and I think I've encouraged most of you to download the app called Think Dirty. If you type in any products that you use, then you can see what kind of ingredients they have in it for you, and how they rate them as far as whether they're safe for you or whether they're kind of harmful. So that's part of the detoxification of our environment that you want to consider. And just download that app and check out some of the products that you use and see if you can improve the numbers that they give you. They also have a body wash, and I use that if I don't have the sugar scrub. Right now I'm out of sugar scrub, so I'm using this exclusively, but I love the sugar. I like to kind of alternate the sugar scrub and the body wash. It just is a wonderful scent. Again, the ingredients are safe and I feel comfortable with them. So after I get out of the bath, I usually use the facial moisturizer. I just recently started using that and I really love it. In addition to the moisturizer, I use Immortelle, and I just swipe that around my face and rub it in with the moisturizer. And I think it's doing a pretty good job. I don't see a lot of wrinkles for 62 years old, so I'm pretty happy. The other thing that I can't live without, especially right now, is the Deep Blue Rub. And I think most of you may have this or have tried it. It's awesome. We're painting almost daily, and my elbows are really getting, and wrists are getting really tired and sore. So I rub that on and I'm ready to go the next day. And then, I'm sorry, also when I'm getting ready for the day, I use I like the Balance deodorant. They have several different things that are in it, but Balance, I think most of you know, is one of my favorite oils, and I figure as much as I can get into it, I will. The deodorant, though, is another one of the things that you really want to consider for toxic products, and check and see what's in yours. You're putting it right near lymph nodes here, right near your breasts, and you want to make sure of what you're putting on there. If you're blocking up those ducts and the lymph nodes, you're keeping different products that are supposed to be getting out of your system blocked into your body, so it can cause problems down the road. All right, and then I use a couple of oils. As I said, Balance is my favorite. I use that for myself, for my dogs when they get anxious, and just dilute it. I rub it on the back of my neck, I rub it on the back of their neck, and we're all calm. We just love it. The other thing is Elevation is one of my go-tos. During this time in our world, it's been a little bit challenging, and although I feel very fortunate as to how we're doing, I still get down some days, and so I do use the Elevation or one of the other oils that are for mood, and it is very helpful. At night, before I go to bed, I use generally both the Serenity and Copaiba caplets, and although I'm not sleeping completely through the night right now, it helps me to drift off to sleep very quickly. And after I wake up with the dogs, who unfortunately one of them is newly diagnosed diabetic, we fall back asleep about 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully this is just a temporary situation, but we'll see. But those are my products that I absolutely love. I also use my Itovi for whenever I just feel like I can't quite get a grasp on what is going on, and I can't get to a good place, depending on what's going on. I use the iTovi, and that usually guides me to try something that I wouldn't even think about, and it straightens me right out usually. Let's see, what else did I not cover? Hopefully you're all getting a little exercise, going outside during this time, just being outside, getting some sunshine, fresh air, seeing nature, everything's green and looking so nice. It's beautiful. And now we're going to start to plant plants. Also with the vitamins, the LLV, I also use the Terrazyme, which is a digestive enzyme. My gallbladder is gone, and so I don't have the same digestive system as I used to have, and I find that that is very helpful to keep things, food being digested, get the nutrients that I need. So I would encourage that to almost everyone, especially as we get older. We don't produce as many digestive enzymes as we do as a young person. I also use the probiotic, and especially if you take any antibiotics or anything, it kills the good gut bacteria, and especially right now with everything that's going on, we need to have as much of a defense for our own bodies as we possibly can. Turmeric is another one that I'm using kind of cautiously because they're out of it right now. But I do have the oil. I could put it in a gel cap. It is one that I just absolutely love. It really gets rid of the inflammation in my joints for overworking, as I stated before. And what else? We talked about managing stress. There are some other oils that you could use. I'm sure most of you have lavender, balance, frankincense, serenity, and adaptive are all great oils to use for that. Anything with the stomach, you can use the Digestion. That's perfect. They have caplets. The oil, I just rub on my abdomen, and it works super for whenever I have an upset stomach, indigestion, or anything like that. I think that's about it. So please post below any questions that you might have in the Facebook, and tell me what you think, whether this was decent. I'll try and do another one. I may try to do one with a PowerPoint presentation and maybe go from there, but I couldn't find anything for this, so it's all on the fly. So thank you for watching, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye.